So the market last year has been less volatile than most people's relationships. And the reason has been because of a lot of factors. But looking into this year, because we want to avoid a situation like this where the market is doing you this, we want to see then now what do we turn to or whom do we turn to when stuff like that happens. So this year, let's go and consult. So the consultants we need to do here is with the bears and the bulls. What are they saying in terms of the yearly candles? So looking at gold from the yearly candle, we want to be able to analyze it and see our trading opportunities. So gold is looking very bullish on the yearly candle. Now we want to see whether we can have a trading opportunity based on the yearly from a swing perspective. So looking at the yearly, of course, we had an area of structural break here. Okay. Now, this is an area in which we shall be able to trade from the same way we had a strong structural break here. I mean, here, and then there was a good retest of this. So with this retest here, the market, it took about 2 years, and then we had this break. So what we want to see also here is that possibility of this, and then to continue to the upside. So this is as simple as that on the yearly. So then now, this is what it is going to help you. When the market crashes, or let's say gold prices reduce significantly, you're not going to be surprised. And this is not going to be like happening to you, whereby all you want to say is, what I really need to do is being able to blame my broker. So you don't want this scenario to happen. You have to do this analysis. So it's as simple as that. So this is an area we shall look to trade from when the crash happens. So talking about things that easily crash, one of the things or the asset classes that people usually brings in a lot of panic when things don't go on right is the Bitcoin. And if you look at the Bitcoin from the yearly chart, you will see clearly that the market is looking very bullish. So Bitcoin is going to the moon. That's what people say. Not until something happens and then it breaks. So whatever will happen to a Bitcoin that will bring price to this key level here, other people who don't know what it means, they'll call it the Bitcoin market is crashing. Okay. But in a simple term, the market is just going to pull back. So the market does not always go in an uptrend. So when that pullback happens, the same way a pullback happened here from this break. So you remember this is the time when people say, the market has crashed, this bearish candle here. But if you look at it from the bigger picture, this was just a retest, and then the market continued to go up. Okay, so let me just show you this from a smaller time frame, so that now when you are well informed, you're not going to be sitting there and then blaming the market has crashed and all of that. Certain crashes in the market, they are just mere pullbacks. This was the crash after Bitcoin has reached an all-time high, came all the way up to about 19,000, 16,000, and people were panicking. Yet this is just a pullback to continue up. So in that same spirit, whatever that will happen here, we are not going to be caught off guard and say the crypto market is crashing, is going to zero. We'll know this is just a pullback, and then once the pullback happens, we'll look for trends, continuation trends to this side here, the same way we had these other trends here. You look at, you study this area, you realize this is the area where the market actually reversed from. So the same thing we will be looking for here. If it can happen this year, well and good. The thing you want to do is not panic and say the market has crashed, therefore Bitcoin is going to go to zero or stuff like that. No. The market pulls back. Okay, so whatever fundamental event that is going to come, it's not going to leave us in this situation where we blame brokers, we blame everything. The reason is simple, because we have done this. And the moment you have done these consultations with the bears and the bulls, you're not going to be fucked. Okay, as simple as that. So let's go on to another pair and look at it from a bigger picture. Now, these are the list of some pairs I've actually selected that I would like to have a trading opportunity, but from a swing perspective. This is not one of those pairs where you enter day trade, exit, entry, exit. Now, we want to see a swing trading opportunity where we can hold the trade for 6 months, 8 months, stuff like that. Real wealth is made in swing trading. So look at this bearish candle price difference, like we always explain in our video. This is the exact place for the price difference area here. This, because the difference between this high and all of this new low happens when the market crossed past this point and then also into this other point here. So that means now if the market is able to pull back within this year into this area here, that is an area in which we shall look to trade from. Okay, so remember there are equal highs here. So that will act as a temporary resistance area, but should price break these other resistance area and pull back into this area, this is where we are going to trade from. But let's see how price could actually come back to these other highs here. This is the break of structure on the yearly. Okay, so let me mark it with this so that is more clear. So we have that area, meaning now for price to be able to pull back into this, we must have a retest here. So when I come to the daily or a lower time frame, so this is what we would like to see. So which one is going to happen first? Okay, is it the retest of this, a pullback into this to continue into this, or price is just going to go up into this other resistance area and then from here into that and then finally downside? But the bigger picture is we know what we are doing and we are not worried about volumes. We are not worried about everything. Everything is under control. So going on to another pair that we will also look at or from a yearly perspective is the Euro GBP. So this is one of those pairs also that is looking good from a yearly perspective, and we would like to have a trading opportunity if the market reaches those key levels. If you look at the bigger picture of Euro GBP here, you will know that price is bullish, but not until when price pulls back into this price difference, because the difference between this low and then these other highs is here. So meaning if price pulls into this area here, that is where we want to see the next swing high. Okay, the same way with this, when price pulled into this price difference, a retest of this and then the price shot up. The same thing when price pulled back into this other demand area here, we see that. So that is the same thing we would like to see on Euro GBP. And then we will be targeting these other swing highs. So what you want to see here on a lower time frame, let's say if you're on the daily, this is the first potential support area, this one here. You want to wait for price to pull back into this area. And then once price has done that, you want to see the beginning of a formation of a downtrend, an uptrend. So an uptrend, you want to see a double top, inverted head and shoulders, something like that, for you to be able to begin to swing that to the upside. So that's what we have for the year. So all we have to do now is sit, watch, and then let the things